You know, Max, I do like this game, but these big old mitts of mine just don't seem to fit this quite proper.
Do I have something for you?
Do you?
Welcome everybody to Tex-Mex Nerd Feed.
I'm Tex.
And I'm Mex.
Today we're going to be doing a product review of the Nintendo Switch Satisfye Grips.
For those of you who don't know yet, there is a Satisfye Switch Grip. So if you look over here, they have a 30-degree angle for the your right thumb for the right analog stick. So you see that it's offset and the right side of the grip is obviously a little bit more extended than the left side. So that is because there is a problem with people's fingers, their right thumb cramping, being all squished trying to reach that right analog stick. So as you said before, you have an issue of having big meaty claws.
That's right. Big, meaty claws.
So what I did was, he's not really a Switch gamer. That's so right. I brought my Switch to his house once, and I let him play just in regular handheld. Had him play some Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
He enjoyed the game, didn't really feel anything different. So then I had him use my old RDS Switch grip, and he thought it was loads better. Well then, just a little while ago, I had him use the Satisfye grip that I had just gotten about a week ago. And what did you think of it then?
I think it is quite a bit better than the regular grip. Like you said about the thumb being all bent up and crooked like it was to reach that other stick, I think the angle helps quite a bit in reaching that and the buttons properly.
So of all the ways for you to play Nintendo Switch, how would you prefer it?
I would most rather play it on the TV with a handheld controller more than with the grip of the thing itself.
So I agree. I really enjoy the Pro Controller that they have for the Nintendo Switch. It's a lot better than using a Joy-Con grip because, I mean, obviously the Joy-Cons are so small. It's just I'm used to using a bigger, heftier controller. Yeah. So, talking about handheld now, though. If handheld was the only way for you to play,
I would much rather the Satisfye grip by far.
Okay. So, he's got the big meaty claws. We have other people with us today that are going to give their opinions on it with different size and shape hands.
Correct.
So, before we get into that, I'm going to give my opinion. If you look at the grip with the offset right side, it is obviously a lot better for the right analog stick. My problem with my thumbs being as stubby as they are, I can hardly reach the face buttons. I can't reach the X and Y buttons. And that is an issue for me because I have to kind of move my hand up in order to be able to press them. So unless I kind of scrunch my hands up here and I can get to them easily, but then my thumb goes back to being that scrunched up position. Now that we've got our opinions out of the way, we are going to move to Tex's girlfriend, Kylie.
So, you've been playing for a couple of hours now.
Yes.
What do you think of it just by itself, without any kind of grip on it?
Oh, it feels pretty comfortable. I mean, I haven't had to use the second analog stick to really do anything, still playing Smash, so it feels like any other controller.
Yeah.
Do you want to play something with? You want to try it? Yeah.
I mean, I can feel it right here. I mean, it's.
I mean, do you want to try a game that you actually have to use it so you can encounter the problematics?
I can feel it right here how it would get tiring. So even just messing with it, I can feel how that would eventually get tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine playing like a couple hours. And
yeah. Because it is a weird position to be in.
So we'll try this with the RDS one first. See how you enjoy that.
That does actually help me.
Feel better?
Yeah.
Just kind of seems to give a little bit more of a like a handle on it rather than just
holding a piece of flat plastic.
Yeah.
So it definitely does feel better. It feels like a regular controller if you're playing like.
Now see how your longer thumbs compared to Mex's hammer thumbs feel against this canted right.
Can you get it out?
Yeah.
I will say that does feel even a bit better.
A little bit better, yeah?
A little bit. I don't have to feel like I have to move. Like if I'm at the A and the B.
Well, Mex's problem was with the flying the eggs.
Leaning up, yeah, I do. I can see how that might, but it's not that bad for me.
Right. Yeah.
So either one, really. I mean, this does feel a bit bigger for me.
More sturdy.
Yeah, I feel like I can. It's big enough for me where I can rest it on the table if I really want to. Well, they gotta make sure they hear it.
Do you feel like I can put this on the table? Nice. All right. So would you like to try the controllers now?
Sure. This feels like any other controller, just like
A console controller, which is probably the idea of it.
Yeah.
Make other console users more welcome to it.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to try that one first?
Again.
Did you? Oh, you did use
I
that
did,
one. Okay.
and it does feel tighter, even with my my smaller hands. It does feel tight.
The Joy-Con controller
yeah.
feels tighter.
Like it's compact.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it does feel like I have to sometimes feel cramped.
All right. In that respect, since you have tried everything, which among the options suits you the best?
Well, if I had to pick one of them, probably either one of those two. Maybe the first one, just because my hands are smaller and I don't need as much grip as maybe someone else would.
Okay, and that is a cheaper option. So that might be an option for those with smaller hands. Next up, we will have Mex and his girlfriend Tanya.
All right, everybody. So this is Tanya. This is my girlfriend. She plays Switch pretty frequently. About how often do you play?
Almost every day.
Almost every day. About how long?
Depends on the game. Could be hours.
So there have been times where you played in handheld. I'm pretty sure at least 12 hours,
Okay.
right? So I'm playing in handheld, just handheld. How does it feel to you?
It's uncomfortable.
How so? Like for what
just-
reason?
It's just kind of like it's very flat, so like your hands just don't rest comfortably.
It doesn't feel like a natural position
No,
for your hands.
yeah.
Okay.
You have to try to like hold it, but then you don't want to like bend your Joy-Cons off either.
All right, so you have, for the longest time, used one of these RDS grips.
Yes.
We both had one. So how do you feel in regards to difference between playing in just straight up handheld and using the RDS grip?
I like this a lot more.
A lot more? Okay. You play a lot of Minecraft? Do you still, like, feel that cramping in your thumb?
Yes.
Yeah. So, we are going to move to the Satisfye grip and see if that remedies the situation. Have you used this before?
No.
I haven't had you use it before?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I was probably saving it for this occasion. So, you haven't used this grip before. Your first impressions, what are they?
It's a lot bigger. It has a bigger grip in the back than what the RDS does. So for like the smaller hands, it's a little, I think it's a little much, but it's not terrible. It's comfortable.
Okay, so the biggest selling point for this grip is the offset right grip because of the analog. How do you feel with that? Pretend you're playing Minecraft or whatever.
It gives it a more natural feel and you don't have to cram your thumb down a little bit.
Okay, and try reaching for that X and Y without moving your hand too much. That's L and R.
Yes, it is.
So does that feel natural to you? Like you can reach it without having to struggle to reach it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the weird thing is that her hands are actually smaller than mine, and I still have that issue where it feels like I really have to extend my thumb to reach the X and Y.
I think I have like longer thumbs than you though.
I think you do. Yeah, I think that's the situation. But the whole point of this thing, having all of you guys try it, is to get different people's opinions. It's not just one person with the huge hands. You don't have Goliath playing it. Yeah, this is great. Everyone should buy one. What about David? He's got the little mini hands. I've got little mini hands, so it's not the best grip for me, but it is a step above the rest. Speaking of the handheld options, of the three, straight up handheld, RDS grip, or Satisfye grip, which would you choose?
I don't know. It's a toss-up. I'd probably go with Satisfy more, unless I'm being cheap.
Okay, so
With RDS.
price point is an issue. The RDS I think was $15
Something like
for. I think it was like $15 for just the grip, and then the Satisfye grip is I think $25. So it's like a $10 difference. Are the minute differences, what makes the Satisfye grip a little bit better for you, worth that $10?
I'd say probably not.
Okay, so you would probably stick with the RDS if it had to
Yeah.
do with the price. So if money isn't an issue, definitely the Satisfye. If money is an issue, the RDS. I already spent money on the Satisfye grip,
Yeah.
so I myself am using that as my primary because of the fact that I had already spent the money and I don't plan on wasting it. So it is still a little uncomfortable, but what she said about the grips being really big, it is a bit much for my hands as well.
They're bulky.
Up next, we are going to have Tex and my father.
All right, so you play the Switch quite often.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you think about it without any kind of controls?
It's hard. Very hard.
It looks like you're struggling there a little bit.
Yes, very hard.
All right, so we'll try here with the first one, the RDS. See how that helps you out. Does that feel much better?
It's a lot better than just the game itself.
Easier to hold because it's not just a piece of plastic.
Right. It's a little bigger, which is more comfortable.
All right, so with your matey mitts like mine, how's your thumb feeling with that right analog stick?
To me, it's not bad. My hands are quite abused, so it's really not bad there.
All right.
He also has.
But I haven't tried these other.
He hasn't experienced bliss yet.
This too.
All right, so with that, we'll try the Satisfye Grip.
Get it in there. I like that better already. Yeah. Okay.
So does this feel much better yet?
Yes, it's a lot more solid. And
Keep your hand at the right angle?
yep, I like that much better.
All right. Do you want to do the controller as well?
He uses the controller mostly. He hardly ever uses the handheld way of playing until he's here at our house, and then he plays it handheld because he doesn't have his TV. But when he's at home, he's always playing with the Pro Controller, always playing on the TV. So it's not often that he does play with in handheld.
So when you play this handheld like you do, which you don't often usually use the
Right.
controller, would you rather use this Satisfye Grip?
I would have to say yes, definitely.
Well, there you go.
It's just a lot easier to hold. I'm not worried about dropping the Switch itself.
Got more grip to it.
Right.
More beat.
It's got something I can latch onto.
All right, so there you have it. The Meat Mitts vote is for the Satisfye holder. Up next, we'll be having Mex and Mama Mex review.
If I forget, bring up the pinky thing because that really hurts my pinky, but I have to hold it there
Oh, okay.
because I don't have the strength like in my hands.
So you.
I
wait,
hold
you-
my pinky there to hold the Switch up all the time,
Okay.
and it hurts my pinky a lot.
Oh, okay. So would you try using this and see if it's a little bit better?
Oh, I don't have to hold the pinky there.
So it's a little bit better.
Oh yeah,
Or a lot of bit better.
a lot.
So
Yeah, that's not
we were
comfortable,
talking about the analog part. What do you think about the analog? Like, have you ever had an issue with
No.
your thumb cramping or anything? You got little thumbs?
No,
I have
yeah,
your
I
thumbs.
little thumbs.
But does it feel a little bit more natural with the thumb? Oh, you could reach the X and Y pretty well too. Why do I have to reach so much? I have stubby thumbs. Okay, so, huh?
I'm taking
You like it a lot? All right, so give me a second. I'm going to try.
No.
I want you to try that.
This feels weird,
How so?
clunky.
Okay. It's actually, that was like one of my biggest gripes
I
with
feel like
it.
I have to hold down here.
Oh, okay.
I'm holding down here.
So this has a more ergonomic
Yeah,
feel
Definitely.
with the hands. Okay. With that one, I think that my biggest problem was that it felt very cheap.
like that one's like the grips are bigger on that one, but this one feels clunkier.
Okay. It's just like an odd way
Shape,
to hold
yeah.
your. Okay.
Like I feel like I have to put that there to hold it. Yeah, that's not comfortable.
All right. So we'll give you back the Satisfye one.
Oh yeah.
All right, so playing with that, I know that you don't normally play in handheld too often. You mostly play in docked. So because you having trouble seeing and not really enjoying playing in handheld mode, you used to play with the official Nintendo Switch Joy-Con grip that comes with the Switch. Do you remember how that felt playing with this?
Yeah, it felt like playing like older games.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's strange. But
Like
okay.
it was
closer to
closer to what I was used to.
Okay, closer to like a Sega
Right,
SNES
right.
kind of style controller. Okay, so close your eyes and feel that grip. What do you think it would be like if you had a grip closer to this Joy-Con grip that also had that same feel, that same grip? Do you think that would be better than the official Nintendo Joy-Con grip? So it would essentially be that grip just kind of closer together because your screen would be on the TV.
I think I'd like that.
Okay, so Satisfye does offer an alternative to the Joy-Con grip, which does have that right handle or right grip offset for the issues with the analog stick. So for somebody who might not play in handheld all the time, they see these reviews for Elder Monster.
No, I killed a pig with an apple.
For those who don't know, she calls the Endermen from Minecraft Elder Monsters. So it's just an ongoing joke now. But for those people who might see reviews for this Nintendo Switch Grip, this Satisfye Grip, and they think, well, I don't really play in handheld that often, is it really worth it? You do have the alternative of getting the Joy-Con grip by Satisfye that has the same ergonomic feel. I haven't got one yet, but I would assume it's the same ergonomic feel as the handheld grip, and it would be a lot cheaper than the $70 Pro Controller option.
Even though I don't play in this...
In handheld?
Yeah. Very often, I would definitely spend the money for this for when I do.
Okay, so you would even think that, like, on a budget, it's still worth splurging for the extra $10 for the good grip versus the cheaper grip.
Definitely.
Okay.
So that was our very first product review. If you'd like to see more of this, let us know in the comment section below.
If you liked the video, then make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with your friends if you think they are interested in a Switch grip like this, or if you want them to buy you one.
Which is even better. Otherwise, thanks for watching.